let's get right into it. So I feel like this show was gone way too long. It was a fairly new show, didn't have a reunion, and we kind of forgot about it. And when it came back, nobody was excited about it, and half of us didn't know about it. You know what I mean? Half of us was just like, oh, Married to Medicine LA. The other half was just like, oh, it wasn't canceled? It's back? What day does it come on? I still don't know. I watched it on YouTube. You know what I mean? I watched it on Bravo's YouTube channel. I didn't even know this show was back, and the only way that I knew was that it came up as a recommendation in my YouTube recommendations. I was just like, oh, Married to Medicine LA is back? I didn't know. I thought it was canceled. It was gone for so long. And then I watched some reviews of people who had watched the show, and they were not excited about it. Like, when reviewers are not excited about your show, whoo, you in danger, girl. You in danger, girl. I hope they bring it this season. Last season, I think, especially the doctors, not the doctors' wives, they were messy, but the doctors, I don't think that they wanted to get too messy because they're still currently working in their profession. I know it's the same thing with Married to Medicine in Atlanta. They're currently working in their profession as well. But I don't think that they're 9-to-5s like these ladies. You know what I mean? Like, they actually are running their businesses. They are 9-to-5ers there. I think with a lot of the Married to Medicine Atlanta ladies, they're like celebrities at this point, especially in Atlanta. So they spend probably a majority of their time being celebrities and maybe having somebody else run, you know, whatever firms, are they called firms? Doctor's offices or whatever. I think that for their, you know, doctor companies or whatever, they're the face. I don't think they're actually working there. And for these ladies, they are the face and they're working and they're doing it all and they have doctor's hours. So this was their first season. So they were just kind of getting into their groove and kind of getting comfortable, and then the season was over. So I'm glad that Bravo gave them another chance. I really, really am, because I like these ladies. You know, they are very likable and I do want to see more from them, but I am not, and this is why I couldn't get into Married to Medicine Atlanta. I don't like seeing doctors being messy. You know what I mean? Like, I'll see a lawyer be messy. You expect that, you know, but a doctor, you know, somebody who like heals people. I don't know. I don't enjoy seeing doctors being messy, but this show focuses on Black women in Los Angeles, and I am honestly here to support. So I'm rooting for you, ladies. I will keep on reviewing this show as long as I'm Black. Because this episode didn't give me anything, so I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be a struggle, but I'm here to support. I'm here to support. Let's go, let's go, let's go. The Bobbsey twins are back, and they're just as annoying as they was last season. The Bobbsey twins being Jasmine and that other girl. You know, the one that talks like Betty Boop. Jasmine has money. She is weird to me. She is so weird to me, and I still don't know what her story is. I actually liked her husband on the show more than her, because the husband, you know, he was just messy. He was starting so much mess, and although I got my life with the messy husband, I was still just like, man, I don't want you to be my ER doctor. Who wants an ER doctor? That's a gossip. Jasmine falls into the typical LA trophy wife stereotype. You know what I mean? Blonde hair. I don't know what I'm talking about. Big titties, skinny, don't eat, you know what I mean? Big house, nice cars, flashy, you know, rides around in a Rolls Royce just to, you know, run errands. She is, you know, the trophy wife stereotype. But she's also a very smart person. And I think that Jasmine plays that up. I think that she uses that stereotype that she fits, or that she molded herself to fit into, to get into doors that were closed to her and would not allow her access if they knew she had some common sense. So I think she plays this, I don't know, but she's very smart. She's very smart. And not because it was talked about on the show, because of what Jasmine showed us in this episode. As soon as we are introduced to her on this season, she takes us to what? Her rental property. She takes us to this rental property, and while the cameraman is going through and getting footage of this property, she's talking about all of the features. While she's talking about the features, she then starts talking about her concierge business. While she's talking about her concierge business and what the business provide, Bravo puts up a picture of her website. Mama just gave us a $3 million ad for her business. And not only did she do that, she had the popular cast from Medicine Wives Atlanta, brought them here and had them stay in her property. So Bravo had to pay her, had to pay this woman to film these ladies in her rental property. Jasmine is a freaking genius, but she plays dumb. She plays dumb. I said, girl, you better go ahead. While all the other ladies are just introducing themselves and, trying to start off messy right away, Jasmine is putting money in her pocket. See, sis, I see you, and I like what I see. I like what I see. She's very smart, guys. Very smart. She's very smart. I'm not here for the hiding the husbands. I have to say it. This is the thing. When you agree to these reality TV shows, you agree to film your life and have this show cut it up and paste it any way they want to. If you are only going to give us a piece of your life, you should be demoted to a friend of the show. Nobody else can hide their husband, so why can't you hide yours? We don't know what this man looks like. He's never come on the season. He's never been to any of the events. And I get it. If he doesn't want to be on, totally understand that. Then you cannot be a main cast member because you're only giving us a part of your life. Like I said before, I don't need to be in everything. I don't need to see her husband. I don't need to know what he does. However, I just don't think it's fair to require that of other cast members and not of Jasmine. And they're all getting the same paycheck. Like, you're doing half the work and you're still getting my same rate. It's not fair. And if she doesn't want to play ball, she has to be a friend of the show. Jasmine should not be a main cast member if we're only getting parts of her life that she allows. That's not the rules of this game. Dr. Britton is back. I'm excited about that. I like Dr. Britton. I think Dr. Britton gives me Alicia Keys. She is very Alicia Keys to me, and I feel like she is... It's not shade, but I feel like it's gonna come off as shade. I'll just say it. She gives me Alicia Keys energy in a cast of Beyonce's. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about like looks or anything like that. I'm just saying that she's very like, chill. You know what I mean? Like a chill East Coast girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you are around all of these peacocks, so we lose a lot of Dr. Britton. However, it seems like she is, because they called her the glue. So I'm like, is she the Nene of Married to Medicine LA? I don't think she can hold that spot. She just doesn't have the personality to do that. She's very monotone and chill, and I think you have to have just a bigger presence to do that. And I just don't think that Dr. Britton has that, because unless we're focusing on her, when the girls get together, I forget about her. I really, really do. So it's weird to have her as the glue, but I think she's the glue because one of the main cast members from Medicine Wives Atlanta is her best friend. So this is how we got here through Dr. Britton. So I guess she is going to be like the lead, but it's just weird. It's very weird to have a lead who is giving supporting cast energy. Anyway, I'm glad that she is back in LA. I'm glad that she was able to get another season. I'm glad that she was able to, find a job out here in LA. Very, very happy for her. Happy that her family is here. Listen, I understand her husband. I understand her husband just being like, I have to move to a place I don't want to be and live in half of the home that I was living in Orlando and pay thrice the price. I get him. I understand. I don't know anybody who loves LA. The people who move out here. I don't know anybody who has moved out here for business or career opportunities who love it out here. You know what I mean? So I understand where the husband was coming from. I was just like, this was me when I first moved out here. You're just like, you're complaining about everything. This is how much? Back in so-and-so land, I didn't have to pay this. I didn't have to live like this. I gotta do this now. So I get him. I totally get where he's coming from. So girl, give him a year or 2 or 7. Give him some time. You know, you really have to adjust to a place that really pretentious. And when I say that, I'm not talking about the locals. There are a lot of people who move out here just for the entertainment industry and really make this place sometimes unbearable. So I get exactly where her husband was coming from. I was just like, this was me when I first moved out here. He was just like, oh, LA. Everybody is like that when you first come out here. Hopefully he, you know, enjoys it at some point. You know, let him get some friends. Let him get some friends and, you know, start building a little community and he'll be fine. I will say this as somebody who lives out here, who knows this land, and you are not moving around no LA locals. You have moved in to the thick of the entertainment industry. Ma'am, sleep in your bed with your husband. Sleep in your bed with your husband, because not only did you tell us that you don't do that, you showed us this. And you in Los Angeles. Mama, you ain't never met a hoe till you met an LA hoe. Stay woke. Stay woke. And get in that bed with that fine man. Girl, you crazy. Kick them kids out. They're teenagers. Speaking of the square footage of Dr. Britton's home, I will say this. When people talk about, you know, this person is rich, they doing this and they doing that, I'm always just like, where they live? Because baby, rich in Virginia ain't rich in Los Angeles, okay? Rich in Detroit ain't rich in New York City. If you are living rich in Los Angeles and New York City, sometimes both, you're wealthy. You got coin. If you are living well in either city, you got coin. That's how I measure richness. I'm like, you ain't saying nothing in Maryland, baby. I don't want to hear you. You working class. Hopefully next season, if they do get another season, we won't need to bring the Atlanta ladies out to drive traffic to this show, because that's what it feels like. They did it last season and they're doing it again this season. It just seems like they're bringing out the Atlanta ladies to kind of force us to watch this show and really help this cast get in their groove. And honestly, it seemed to me that the Atlanta ladies felt like that. Like they came in like, oh, we have to help you, so you gotta listen to us, especially Quad. Like the way she was talking to Dr. Britton, and she knew that she could talk to her like that because she has a very cool and calm, you know, personality. She's not the type of person who will go back and forth with you because it's exhausting for her. Not that she can't do it, you know what I mean? But she doesn't choose to do so because it's exhausting for her. I don't think she's any kind of coward or anything like that. Mother was in the military. She could take Quad out if she wants to, but it's just not her personality. But it just seems like the ladies came in like that, and it was more again of another like introducing these married to medicine LA doctors to us again. This feels like a season 1. It feels like they're getting a redo. I'm happy that they are. I really, really am, but it just feels like that. It feels like season 1 didn't work, let's try it again. It doesn't feel like a season 2 to me. And another reason why it doesn't feel that way is because they're bringing in season 1 drama that was dry, dusty, and didn't land last season. So why are y'all bringing it in this season? The husband, drug dealer, house mess, that's coming back. That's what we're dealing with. It wasn't interesting then. It's not interesting now. So Imani and Jasmine at their big age are not talking over that. Y'all didn't even have a reunion and y'all still holding on to that mess. I understand people not talking to each other after reunions because the ladies are really nasty after reunions. Y'all didn't even have that. Y'all had a season wrap up and you guys were all on good terms. Now all of a sudden you come back the second season and it's like we're at the reunion. No, let that die. Let that die. So anyway, Dr. Heavenly asked Jasmine if she can throw a cocktail party to bring, you know, people here to just hang out with the ladies and, you know, mix and mingle. And Jasmine, like the businesswoman she is, obliges and puts it all together. Because again, this is a hour-long ad for her business. So why wouldn't she do it? All the ladies get together for this cocktail party. We meet a new cast member who is Kendra. I like her. I think she's going to be doing the most. And you need that. You need somebody, you need a Lisa Rinna. That's what she gives me. She gives me a Lisa Rinna. And I feel like she will do what this show requires of her to give herself and this cast another season. So I like her. And I feel like she's our Lisa Rinna. Again, she's an OBGYN. Who wants a messy doctor messing around in your coochie? Not I, but I like her for the show. So we're introduced to Kendra, Dr. Heavenly, who is just, she's good TV, but she really has awful moments. Because the first thing that she says about Kendra is she compares this woman's body, this woman who just had a baby 3 months ago. She compares her body to Jasmine, who has like a 6-year-old and probably a personal trainer, and to, what was the other? But was it Dr. Britton? Just another housewife who was slimmer and more fit than Kendra, who just had a child 3 months ago. And she talks about the fact that she's wearing her stomach out. There was no reason for her to say that. And if she did want to talk about her wearing her stomach out after having a baby 3 months ago, it could have been a praise. It could have been a praise that this woman is just like, listen, this is my body after, giving life to a miracle. Every child that is born is a miracle, especially when you're a Black woman, because it is very dangerous for us to give birth in this nation. So she had a miracle. So instead of like lifting her up, she tore her down. And I'm like, Heavenly, the sad thing about her is that she's good and awful all at the same time. And it's very disappointing because even when she meets Kendra, she makes this comment, this racist, I'm going to call it out. It was ignorant and it was a racist comment about the size of her husband's penis because her husband is Asian. It was racist. It was racist and it was ignorant. Kendra kept on calling it ignorant. It was also racist. And I think that she was being very careful about her words because you don't want, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to cause controversy on your first season. She looked as if she was upset, but I think she also did not want it to go any farther than it could have, because we saw her jump up and get in Heavenly's face, and then that was it, right? And then we come back to them where it seems like producers got involved and was just like, Heavenly, you better fix that, because that is going to be a problem during this season. Basically, we're going to get called out for that. So as soon as we turn these cameras back on, you better start apologizing. Matter of fact, apologize to her now so she can be calm by the time we start filming. Because if Kendra would have continuously, become enraged about that, then she probably would have, let out that what the comment that Heavenly made about her husband was also racist. And then, listen, baby, you throw out some racism, the game is changed. Everybody cancel. So I felt like there was some intervention there to bring this to a close because we were able to get them to make up with each other real quickly. Kendra is better than me, but I know why she made up with Heavenly, but I wouldn't have. How dare you? That was such an ignorant and racist comment, and you made that about somebody's husband? She had every right to throw her off that high rise. Throw her right into the Mahalan Mountain. She had every right to do that. How dare you? How dare you? It's so disrespectful to talk about to a wife the size of her husband's penis and then to put that on him because of his race. Ma'am, she was dead wrong. Dead wrong. But she fixed it real quick. Because it could have went another way. So after Kendra and Dr. Heavenly, make peace, then we get in the quad trying to come for Britton. And I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Because Quad makes this speech at a party. Listen, I understood where Quad was coming from, but her energy was just off. You're making a speech. Nobody knows. You just start talking. People are still talking. You have to calm down, bring attention to yourself, and then, make the speech. But it's a party. Nobody knows what you're doing. Side conversations are still happening because nobody can hear you. So she starts, going after Britton because Britton is talking while she's giving her speech. Who are you? Who are you? And then she calls out Jasmine and Imani to try to fix their issue. They don't even know you like that. A lot of these ladies are meeting you for the first time. So Quad's energy was off. I don't watch their show, so I don't know if she's always like that. But she was just really, just out of pocket. There was no reason for her to be like that. But I'm thinking now, she probably was doing that because she was like, listen, these broads, it's boring. Let me show you how we do it on our show. That's what I was getting from her. Because why? Why start coming for Britton for no reason? Britton, who does not get into confrontation. It was just weird. Weird and unnecessary, but now that I'm thinking about it, if she didn't do that, we would have been left with Dr. Heavenly being a racist or making racist comments about Asian men. So she probably had to do something else to take our attention off of that. So, good producing, Quad. Speaking of Imani, I like Imani. I liked her last season. And even though I like her, I can be very honest and say she was dead wrong. Dead wrong. How do you walk into Jasmine's property, say hi to everybody, and not her? And then you brought guests, and they didn't acknowledge her. Ma'am, you were wrong. And then to sit there and be like, oh no, there's no problem. It obviously is if you didn't speak to her, and your guests knew there was a problem because they didn't speak to her. Yeah, I just couldn't rock with Imani on that. She was wrong. She was absolutely wrong. And just to sit there and be like, there's no problem. I will say this, her friend is me. Because Imani is trying to apologize to Jasmine. Jasmine, who is still like, in it from last year at her big age. Listen, I get having beef. I just feel like when you're of a certain age, you just don't need to be holding on to things like you're 14 years old. You know what I mean? Like when you're a teenager in high school, you can hold on to a beef. Them beefs be starting at like junior high. Don't even end senior year and you're taken into college and then you forget about everything. I'm just like, ladies, come on. Some of them in their 40s? I think some of them are in their 40s. Some of them are approaching 40. Come on, ladies, get it together. Jasmine is just like, well, that childish apology that you gave, are you trying to dead this or not? Because as soon as she said that to Imani, she was like, well, first of all, my apology wasn't childish because she was receiving the energy that Jasmine was giving. And it just, honestly, it wasn't the place to have the conversation because there just had been a dust up, 2 dust ups. So why did the ladies think that this was the proper place to have this conversation if within this whole space, 2, disagreements, almost a fight has already happened? Why, after all of that, you're just like, you know what? This is the perfect time for you two to come together. It just wasn't the perfect time. And Imani's friend was just like, Imani, didn't you already apologize? So why are you doing it again? Listen, that's me. She had her friends back. I will say she wasn't getting on Jasmine until Jasmine said, yes, childish apology. The friend was like, wait. You apologize, right? Didn't you do it last year and didn't you mean it? So what? Listen, team friend. She was more interesting than half the people there on the cast. So I was just like, bring her on. You know what I mean? Replace her with Britton. Because she seemed like she will cut it up. Sorry, Britton. I think Britton and Jasmine need to be friends of the show. If Jasmine is not going to show her whole life, friend of the show. Britton just has really chill energy and she is still very active in the work that she does. It seems like because she is at this new job, she doesn't even have the hours to commit to filming this show. So I think, just friend of the show, mama. Unless you want to do this full time, you got to figure that out. And you got to, throw a drink, snap your fingers. You got to do something. You real chill. And I love that about you, just not for TV. Listen, I like these ladies. I want this to be a success for them. I want this to work. But guys, you gotta go back into the reality TV vault. You have to bring it, especially when you're new and we don't know you. You have to make us want to come back every week to watch you. Right now, we're in quarantine. So we don't have no other choice but to watch. But baby, when outside open back up, you need to give us a reason to come back on whatever day and watch your show. So you ladies got to bring it. Even the previews from the next episode, I'm just like, I'll be there. I ain't going nowhere else. So I'll keep on reviewing this show until outside open up. No, you know what? I said as long as I'm black. So I'm going to stay. But y'all got to bring it. Kendra is a great addition. That the lady who makes the vaginas pretty, is she a cast member as well? She had real... Dr. Britton energy too. Y'all gonna have to put in some work. Kendra can't carry this cast on her back. And it seems like from the trailer, she will be. Bring in the messy husbands. Let's get ourselves a season 3. So that was my thoughts on this episode. What did you guys think about this episode? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you. I don't even know when this show comes on. I'm not gonna wait for it to come on Bravo. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna see you the next time for the next episode of, Medicine Wives of Los Angeles. Love you guys. Bye.